another Speedy Sto interview. Today, we've got someone special, one of the most talented 200, 400, and 800 meter runners.
She's already a national record holder, a two-time AAU Indoor National Champion, and she's proven she could dominate both the 400 meters and the 800 meters, one of the toughest doubles in the sport.
She's got work ethic, the confidence, and the results to back it up. And she's just getting started.
So let's welcome Miss Cadence, Carolyn, and I guess a little baby sister right there.
Yeah, she couldn't stand not being able to be up here, so we had to let her come on along.
That's what's up, though. How's it going, guys?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. So, just to kick it off, when did you realize Cadence had something special in track?
She was actually about, I want to say, 4 years old, and it was the age of where, like, the club that we are currently with, they weren't taking 4-year-olds. So at that time I was just like, she likes to run, she got a lot of energy. So I was basically taking her to the track myself and just kind of going over drills with her and teaching her how to run. So at first we would just do stuff like, I would just kind of start off like small distances at 20 and then 40 and 50, and then I would just kind of open up. And then one time I was just like, go run around the whole track. And when she did not stop, I was like, okay, she 4, and every other people out there were like, she's so small. And I was like, yeah, I didn't think that she would run around the track and not stop. So that's when I was like, okay, she can do this for real, for real. I didn't know that she would be as fast, but I just knew. I was like, okay, she could do track. She could do track if she could run around this whole track at 4 and not stop, and then she wouldn't be tired. So I was like, okay, she probably gonna have something in track.
Good. So did she start competing at that age of 4?
Yeah, so we went to we did like 2 or 3 track meets. And so in our area, she was in the Pee-wee. They only do for them the 55 and the 100. So and then they could do the long jump. So they didn't have any other events at that time. She was just doing a 55 and a 1, and she was really good. She was okay at the 55, I'll say. But then I started to notice that the 100 was a little better because her turnover wouldn't pick up until after that 55, because she would kind of be just getting started. So I was like, okay. But I tell you what, I really noticed that she would be good is and you're probably not even going to remember this. Our first time at primaries was when it was in Florida. I want to say 2023-ish or so. But it rained really bad that year. And I think Salea she had to be in the 8-year-old category. She was either in a 7 or an 8-year-old, and she was trying to get the record for, I don't even remember what it was, but it rained really bad, and we were parked right next to you all. You had like a white car, and she was like, that girl got, because I remember y'all with like Tri-City or something like that, and we were sitting in the car, and y'all car was like right there, and she could see 2 gold medals hanging off of her neck. And then you were like, yeah, she's going for the record, for the primary national record. And I was like, oh, cool. But that was her first year at primary. She hadn't run before, but she ran a 400. And when she got second, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. For her first time, for her to be actually running the 4, and we still in our area, she had not been running the 4. I was just training her for the 4. That she was still doing the 55, and she was still doing the 100, because I believe she might have been only 6. She wasn't in 7 and 8 yet. So that's when I was like, oh yeah, we got something going. If she, for the first time she ran it, she got 3rd place. She got because I want to say Talia got 1st, Hope got 2nd, and then Cadence got 3rd.
Okay. Hey, those 3 names right there been making numbers, I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, last season, You won AAU Indoor Nationals in the 400 and 800 meters for the 8U. How did you prepare for those races?
How I prepared for those races. My coaches are Coach Mike and Coach Sierra. They're my 400 and 800 coaches. They usually gave me inspiration. My Coach Sierra let me used to call my 800 coach, and he used to give me inspiration. And we used to pray before the races. And I used to always get focused while I was doing my drills. And yeah.
Well, you broke the 8-year-old primary national record in the 400. What did the moment feel like?
It felt really great because I knew that I worked really hard to get the eight and under record. I got the eight and under record, and it was really great because I know that I worked my whole season to get the record, and I just felt really great.
Your hard work pays off.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
So, man, watching her run and compete since the age of 4, out of
Yeah.
these, what, 4 years now, what has
Yeah.
been one of your proudest moments watching her compete so far?
And it's hard to pick one because every time she runs, I see her push herself further and further. So thinking about the one where I was the most proudest, I want to say I'll say JO's in North Carolina, mainly because that was her first time going to JO. She was 7-8. She was in a 7-8 group that year, and didn't really know what to expect because that was her first time at JOs. And you coming in, you're like, okay, you got all of these big names, these really strong runners, and she what were you, 7? So she was 7 at that time, so I knew that she was at the bottoms. But when she went out, her prelims on her 400, I was like, okay, because I told her, we were watching the times, and I was like, 110 is probably not gonna make it. You're gonna have to move. And I think she ran a 109, and that actually got her in. So I was like, okay, she knows how to push herself when you kind of give her a little bit of direction. So that was my proudest moment, I'll say.
And it's crazy you picked that moment because of I think that's the first time I actually met Dad out there. And
Yeah, yeah,
we was out there just chopping it up. I know our nerves was going crazy. Just
yeah.
ready for the girls to run and everything. But yeah, it was that was a nice moment.
Yeah, yeah, that was a really good moment. I was proud because I was like, man, she's actually gonna hit the podium, and then she hit the podium, at a good spot too. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that was really good. That was really good for her. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Shoot, it was a lot of 7-year-old girls out there. I was like, the 8-year-old girls are barely holding on. No 7-year-old girls are
It
taking that
was
podium spot.
moving. They
Yeah.
were moving. Yes.
But so she's a national record holder now. You're defending indoor champion. How do you keep her motivated and humble going into this year?
So a lot of times I just, always tell her that you got to continue hard work. Because you can't just think just because you are on top at one moment you're going to stay on top. And the best athletes, even the best runners, you stay in training, and you stay down to earth, because you're not always going to be on top, and that is perfectly okay. That just gives you more motivation to work harder. So you always be congratulatory to other people, because we meet a lot of people, and you never know like who you're gonna meet on the way up, and then so being so young, you never know who you're gonna meet, years later. So you just always continue to be thankful about how you're placing when you're running, and then even when you don't win, you still find the courage to tell other people, congratulations, and be happy for them as well, because everybody that's out there is working hard. Nobody that's coming to the field is out there just playing around, because we don't have that type of sport, so where you can just come out there and be good. So you congratulate everybody because everybody working hard.
100% agree with you. It's crazy because I was a youth athlete myself. Like I started running at 10 years old, and I
Ooh,
still remember a lot of people who I was competing with back then. Now they all coaches now and stuff. So it's like I still got those same type of
really?
connections. So it's definitely real. Keeping those type of connections
Yeah, see,
around.
that's really good.
Yeah.
Yep.
You typically run the 200, 400, and 800 meters. Which is your favorite event and why?
Um, it's probably the 800 because I'm very energetic and I just like to run around a lot. I like to see myself, push myself to the limit, and I also like to succeed.
I love that too, but I don't think I would go. Like I love it because it's distance, but I don't think I would go further than 800.
My mama asked me if I wanted to do the 1500. I said no. The first time I said the first time I said yes, but then I was like, oh wait, no. Is it 3 laps or 3 laps and a half? And then I was like, no.
So with that though, what's her training routine like? Like how do you balance the hard work but also let her have fun and be a kid with it as well?
Man, that is it's at first it was really hard, but this year I kind of learned. I mean, as a parent, it's always trial and error. Because when I first like I said, when I first figured out she can do this, like that first year that I knew she was gonna try to go to JOs, we was like on it, on it. You gotta train, you gotta do this, we gotta do indoor, we gotta do this because in the Midwest, we don't have a lot of indoor tracks. We really only got one in our area, and they don't really like us to use it. We don't have that, and then we don't have a lot of competing, so we have to travel. So I was really like on it. We gotta go, we gotta go. But then once the summer was over, she was like, I need a break because I feel like I've been running the whole year. And that's when I was like, yeah, I gotta, scale back. So she likes to play a lot of sports. So when she wanted to play soccer for her school, I was like, okay, you will do soccer, and then we would do like 2 days of training. Or even in the summer, when our track meets would be every weekend. If she says, can I take a break this week? I just be like, I hate it. I ain't gonna lie, I hate it because I'll be trying to like make sure she consistent, but I have to also realize I don't want her to get burnt out on it. So if she asks for a break, I'll be like, okay, we just not gonna run this week because she want a break, and I'm not the one out there running, so I have to, respect that, and then just allow her to play other sports and do other things that she likes, so she could be a well-rounded person. Like doing soccer and doing basketball still requires her to run, so she's still kind of staying in shape. So with that, I just let her do those sports, and then we may on the side do strength training just to keep her muscles still right. But as long as she's doing something, now if she wasn't trying to do nothing else, then that would be a different story. But she likes to try different sports, so I just go ahead and let her try what she want to try.
Yeah, I swear those. If you look at your best 800-meter runners, almost all of them come from like some type of soccer background. Like soccer and 800 correlate for some reason. I
For
have
some
no clue.
reason.
Yeah, but sure, I know we over here trying to debate on how we're going to handle. She just started cheerleading, so we about to start
Oh,
indoor track, and she still got her cheerleading.
yeah. Yeah,
That's gonna be
see, and then you're trying to
tough.
figure out like, okay, what day she gonna go to practice for this, and what
Yeah.
days do she train? Because she'll be starting basketball, and I'm like, okay,
Oh
we
wow.
have to we have to we have to figure out when she gonna, because then we doing indoor as well, so we have to figure out, just making sure I'm balancing it to where she is still able to have fun and still able to like the sport, instead of just being like, you know what, I done it too much, I don't want to do it anymore, and I would hate for that to happen.
Agreed.
How do you stay focused and calm before big races like nationals or during the Olympics?
I stay focused by staying calm. My coaches told me how to breathe, and we always give inspiration. Like We always say something inspiring and keep us hype up, like we always listen to music while we're doing our drills. We go out there, we know what to do, and my coaches tell me my game plan, and I do my game plan, and that's how I stay focused.
I love that relationship you have with your coaches.
Hmm. What is
And
some things that Coach Sierra tells you before you going on?
She tells me that I am strong, I am brave, I am confident, and I can do whatever what my mind tells me I can do.
hey, that's what's up. Shout out Coach Sierra. She got it going. So, mom, though, how do you help her handle the pressure of the big meets when you know she's about to go up against some national level competition?
Sometimes, even though I'm nervous, I kind of do the same thing, just tell her, you're a warrior, and you've been here before. And so I just try to encourage her, because she a lot of people don't know, but she gets very nervous. But what I've noticed is that when she isn't nervous, that's when she just run okay. But I always tell her it's okay to be nervous. It's okay to be, to have those butterflies, because that lets you know that you gotta work. Because I don't ever want her to jump on a line and think that, somebody, like I always tell her, nobody's gonna hand you any spot. Not one person out there gonna be like, okay, it's Cadence, let's let her get first or let her get second. So yeah, you scared, but you're gonna have to get out there and you're gonna have to work. And I just tell her, we do this thing, or where I asked her, I'll be like, are you a warrior? And if she be like, yes, I'll be like, oh, I don't think you are you a warrior? And then she kind of hype herself up, and then that kind of, gets her in that mode of being focused on, the race, and not her nerves as much.
Hey, I might have to steal that one from you. I know you talk to y'all coaches and everything a lot, and it seems like y'all go through these type of race strategies and stuff.
Yeah.
I know personally, I was super hyped to watch that primary 800 meters and that
Yeah.
general 800 meters. Like I'm telling you, I was tuned in, ready for those races.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm curious though, did y'all go into those with any type of race strategies, like in the primary one and at Junior Olympics? Like, did it switch up or anything? What's that like?
She yeah, she has she definitely has a race strategy. The thing about it is getting her to un get out of her nerves and actually follow it. So her 800 race strategy, her both she has the her 800 coach, and then her coach for the 4 and the 2, but they work hand in hand, and they both know that, for that first, at least that first, when that gun pops, she got to get out. She has to get out and get in position before that break line. And I
Mhm.
think that that's what she struggled with last year, because she was at that point. Last year she was kind of a vet. The first year she ran the 800, it was really no game plan. We was just telling her, make sure you stay in a good position, so that when it's time for you to move, you move. But this year they tried to hunker down on her getting out, getting out that first around that first curve, and making sure you get a good position at the cutoff, so that you can, stay ahead, but still stay relaxed. And if you need to stay in a pocket for a minute, you do that. But if the pocket ain't moving fast enough, you could go around, but don't fight for it. And then by the
Mhm.
time you get to that second lap, once you hit that next 400, you gotta hit that surge. But in order for you to be successful, you can't lag on that first lap. And I
Yeah.
think that's kind of a little bit where Cadence struggles at, because she likes to chase people down, and we like, at this point in the game, you, everybody is good. So if you gotta stay up, and up in the mix, and you can't wait. And then she gets sometime afraid that she won't have her kick at the end. So it's about just letting her experience, like, yeah, you're gonna be tired, but you have what What you have left is there. You just have to actually be confident in it. So she has the race plan, but this year we hoping that she really sticks to it and let her nerves not get to her to where she kind of forgets her race plan.
Yeah, hey, I'm telling you, it looked good. Definitely that Jo was like when I tell you she was closing that gap, that last
Yeah.
200 meters, like I saw she wanted it. She wanted it
Yeah.
bad. She was
I was
closing
like,
it.
dang. I was like, dang, if
Yeah,
we had a got out a little bit faster. But yeah, I
yeah.
was proud of her for finishing hard and finishing strong. And I'm always like, yeah, that 800, that it's always something to watch. I love watching the 800.
My favorite event myself.
Yes.
What was your favorite part or thing that you did at AAU Junior Olympics last year in Houston?
My favorite thing that I did in Houston was probably this slime place called Slumu that me and my friends went to. And it's like a slime place where there's all different types of slimes. And at the end part, if at that there's slime, you can get to go on this part where there's slime coming down on you. We did that last year because it was my other friend's birthday. And then we had made slime, and we also got scented slime too. And we then my also favorite part is that we got to jump in the pool.
Hey, that sounds fun though. What Houston
Yes.
is getting what 2 years? Might have to check that
Yeah.
spot out. I don't know if we can
Yeah.
take no slime home because of somebody, and that's just like to go
Oh, and
crazy with that
also
slime.
Exactly. They brought it home, but we brought it home, but they don't know where it's at.
Okay, that's good.
I put it somewhere. They don't know where it's at at
When you
all.
got any carpets in your house, it's over.
It's over. Over.
And also, I also had a sleepover where we stayed up. It's called an all nighter where we stayed up on our phones and we played Roblox. We played Roblox all night.
That's what I'm trying to do, but this guy won't let me.
Trust me, she don't do that often. It's always get off of Roblox.
Oh my gosh.
What's your favorite thing about running track and why?
My favorite thing about running track is probably track practice because I get to see my friends and my coaches, and I also get to push myself to the limit.
I know Cadence super fast out there on the track, but what's something about her personality that fans don't usually get to see on the track?
Oh, she is like she said, she's energetic, so she always goofy. She's silly. She's silly. She always want to have fun. If it's fun, somebody want to have something fun to do. She gonna be there talking and socializing. So she's really a sweet girl. Like she just playful, so she's not the type that don't talk to people. A couple of times there's been times where she's come back from like a race, and I'll be trying to talk to her about like how it went, and she be like, guess who I got to talk to in the bullpen? And I'm like, okay, like she just like meeting new people. She be like, yeah, I met so and so and she was really nice, and we talked. And so she's that type of kid that want to meet new people and talk to people, and she just real friendly. She's really friendly.
Nice.
Do you have any goals for next season, and are you chasing getting records?
I'm chasing the 910, the 910 800 record, and also the 400 record. The 400 record I think is 101, and the 800 is 220.
26. It's
220.
226. I told her yesterday. I was like, no, was that yesterday? I was like, are you sure
No, that was
you
like on Thursday.
yeah, I was like, are you sure you chasing that one? Cause that's
Yeah.
that 226.
Yeah, because my 800 coach, when I was training on Thursday, since we didn't have practice on Friday since it was Halloween, he told me my first 800 could be like about like 227.
Okay, yay.
Okay.
Go get that. I'm telling you. That's rolling.
Right. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. That ain't gonna be no good feeling at all if you can pull that off.
Because every time I do a race and I PR, this is what I'm thinking in my head before I PR. in the race. I'm like always thinking like, oh wait, the hurt's gonna stop once it ends. So I could just do the pain. So then later it won't even hurt anymore.
I'm telling you, my main saying is it's gonna hurt regardless. Like if you go
Exactly.
out there and whenever you run, you gonna hurt. So do
Hmm.
you want to hurt
Because
and get a gold, or do you want to hurt and be like, oh man, for no reason?
That
that's
is
what
that
she
exactly what I
said.
tell
She
her.
said she said you rather lose or hurt, or you rather win or hurt.
Because it's gonna
Yep.
hurt.
It's gonna hurt regardless. You either gonna get a gold and hurt, or you just not gonna get the gold and hurt. So say
Exactly.
pick one. You're gonna have to pick one.
Exactly.
Who's your favorite professional runner and why?
My favorite professional runner, it's probably Sydney McLaughlin now because she ran the 400 and she beat the 400 record.
Who's your favorite youth athlete to watch and why?
My favorite youth athlete is probably my best friend Micah because I like to see her PR because we always celebrate when she PRs, and I also like to see her win a lot. And I like to see her push herself because I don't run the 100 and runs the 100. I just like to see her run the 100 because I don't run it. And she's just like a big push. She'll fight. She'll fight if she has to. And she'll give it all.
Definitely. When I'm looking at those times, I'm always looking at St. Louis to see what you and Micah out there doing.
Yeah. What is?
Michael Roberts.
Yes.
Michael Roberts.
You've been at a lot of track meets. Out of all these track meets that y'all attended, which one has been your favorite and why?
I like primaries. Stop. I like
Like primary
primaries
national.
because, yeah, I know that they focus on single ages and JOs, but for some reason, primaries, it's just the atmosphere. I like to see all of the, like even the 6 year olds, and because when you go to JOs, I know they group the 6 and 7 year olds and the 8 year olds together. So I like to see them. I like to see them singly in their own little categories. And I don't get me wrong, I like watching the older kids, but I think sometimes when we are at those bigger meets, people tend to overshadow the younger kids when I think that the lower level kids be on fire. So when we go to places like primaries, you could see those kids that are, that are on fire and that are really making noise. That's the first time a lot of times we get to see them in in action, with their own age group. So I like primaries, even though we won't be able to do primaries this year. We are aged out of primaries, so that's been my favorite meet to attend.
I used to
Yeah.
love primaries.
I know. I'm upset that we definitely aged out last year. Probably it was nice because literally we go down to Florida. It wasn't that long. Like JO's that whole week. Primaries were
Yes.
about like 3 days on the weekend. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
bad at all. You get
Did you
national
all
level
do
competition.
clubs? That's the one.
We didn't do clubs last year. This year we're
Mhm.
thinking we're probably not going to JO. So I got a younger daughter who's going to be considered
Okay.
a 5-year-old. So we might have her do
Ooh.
primaries and just go that entire week and have Leia finish her clubs.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Oh, you got a 5 year old. Look, here I
Yeah.
go. Want to ask y'all questions. Do she be running with Salea, trying to beat
Oh,
her?
oh, she say all the time, I'm going to be faster than you, Soleil. But I tried to start training her, and I'm like, I don't know if you really gonna run or not. Like their drive is completely different. Like Soleil
Exactly.
used to tell
Yes.
me all the time, like, let's go out here, let's run and do all this stuff. I tell Tiana, like, come on, let's run. She be, maybe tomorrow.
Not today. Not
Yeah.
today.
Like, yeah, I don't know if this one's gonna be the track athlete or not. But if you was to give advice to any parent raising young talented athlete, what advice would you give?
My advice would be to allow them to play their sport, allow them to hone their sport, but also, like the question you asked earlier, allow them to be a kid, allow them to have that moment to do other things and to take breaks, from the rigor of, whatever sport that they're in, because at the end it doesn't benefit anybody if they're good and then they no longer want to play. So we sometimes, I know as parents, we see how good they are and we want to push, but it can come to a point to where you push them out of what they're good at. So if you got a kid that is good, you sometimes we have to step back and kind of see how they feel about things and include them on their training, include them and make sure that they're okay, and make sure we know that they're mentally strong enough, because we can push them to a point where they are not. It's not that they're physically something wrong with them, but then their mental health can struggle from that. So I would say just make sure that you are allowing them to be a kid and allowing it to be fun for them, because the minute that is not fun, the minute is no point at that time. So just let them be a kid, let them have fun, and still find a way to push them in a healthy way.
Definitely.
If you could give advice to another youth athlete who wants to be as good as you in track, what would you tell them?
I would tell them to push yourselves at track practice, never give up in track practice, be confident in yourself, never give up, and have courage in yourself. Always believe in yourself.
I love it. Yeah, we recently announced that we're going to throw this Speedy Sto showcase meet May 2nd.
Yeah.
So in that meet, though, we're having a mixed 4x4 where you
Ooh.
represent your state. Two boys, two girls, 4x400 meter relay. We know y'all from Missouri. So if you could put anybody on that team, the real rules of it is literally you can go to any age group technically,
Okay.
but
Any age
the
group.
but the
Mhm.
thing about it though, it's a double-edged sword though. If you got a 15-year-old on your age group, that's the age group you're running, 15 to 16. So whoever the oldest is on your age on your relay, that's the age group you're running. So if y'all was to put a mixed 4x4 from Missouri, let me know who will be the other girl with you and who your two boys.
Yeah, you just threw a monkey wrench in there. You said that age, the age,
Yeah.
and the mix. Oh,
Mhm.
okay. So, man, so the other girl. So it's hard because the other girl. I have two girls in mind. So I would go with, okay. So Micah doesn't run the four. But she got heart. But then her other friend, Jelani Hoffman,
Hoffman, yeah.
yeah, that's her other really good friend. So if I had to toss up between them, I would go with Micah, mainly because Cadence and Micah train together, and they push each other. But Jelani would be my close second pick for the boys. So since you threw that monkey wrench in there about the age, I'm gonna try to stick around a 9-year-old because
19, yeah.
the 9-year-old. So we have a boy on our team. His name is Chase Beeler. I would probably roll with him. Um, and then I was looking at so I really go by times and heart, because sometimes your time could be good, but if you ain't gonna push when it comes time to it, then you ain't no contender. So I was looking at times for a guy in Kansas City. I think he's 10. I think his name was Stephen Holt. So I would go with them. I would go with them for. I would probably lead off with a boy. I would go boy. I would go boy girl. Lead off with the guy from Kansas City. Put Micah at second, and then put Chase at third, and anchor Cadence. Because she like to chase, and if she has to, she can chase, and she can do what she needs to do. So that's probably what I would do. Now if you had all girls, man, that would have been a tough one too. Tough one too. Yeah,
Yeah.
because the girls be outstanding in these 400s, like in every age group. What about I'm gonna throw it back on y'all. What about who was Saleha pick on her team?
Ooh. I really
Cause
gave
y'all
it.
got, I think that it's Serenity Bell from y'all area.
Yep,
And
Serenity
yeah.
Bell. So we both in Raleigh, so we're in the same city. They train
Oh
together
yeah.
here and there. But so if we was to use Serenity, though, we have to go up an age group. We got to go to that 11,
Oh
12.
yeah. You gotta
Yeah,
go to
because
11,
she's just
12.
11 now. But
Dang.
I know who are you thinking?
She like, I don't know.
I
It's
know we trained with Haley Ansley, so she been rolling.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep. So definitely that probably the other 400-meter leg out there. We got Talia too. Talia came up crazy.
Yeah, see, y'all have a lot of choices. Y'all got a lot of choices that it would be really hard. It would be really y'all got a lot of
Yeah,
choices.
I say okay. What I say with North Carolina in general though is like our girls at a young age be rolling. Like our boys,
Yes.
that's the one I'm like, that's gonna be the hard. We got
Yep.
Cameron Stevens though. Cameron, bro, he's gonna be a 19-year-old this year. But I say our boys, what things about 15, 16, then they really mature and start rolling. But
Yep.
young age boys,
That's the thing, yeah, because a lot, not to put anybody down, but a lot of the kids in her age group that she run with, her times are faster. So it's really it's like these girls be moving
Yeah.
at this age. And then when the boys get older, they just shoot past. They shoot past them. So the maturity really plays a part in that. Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. Well, we don't really know the next person who will be interviewing, but if you could ask them any question, what would that question be?
Ooh. Any question that you can ask. Yeah, if you could. Oh, I got a good one, but you got to say yours.
If they can pick 4 professionals to run with against another team, who would the 4 professional runners be? Or youth runners, youth athletes, or youth athletes.
That's a good one. That's a
What
good one.
event? What event though?
What event? What event are they running?
Or whichever event that's their favorite.
And then, Mom, you said you had a question.
Yeah, I would want to know, like, if they could pick to train with any athlete, what professional athlete would they want to train with?
Ooh, okay.
But it has to be one.
Yep, they can only pick if they could train with that athlete for the whole season, for one whole season. What professional athlete would they train with?
That's a good one. I want to know what y'all answers are.
Oh, she's Melissa Jefferson.
You think of Melissa?
Melissa Jefferson. She said Melissa Jefferson. Who would you train with?
Why did you ask me? Sydney McLaughlin.
Okay.
I was Sydney. I love Sydney so much because I dressed up as Sydney McLaughlin for Halloween.
Okay.
Because my mama made me. Can I go get the bed?
Yeah. I made the bib. I'm like, listen, we could just make this bib. Put the bib on you. Easy peasy costume, because
Exactly.
we got a lot of track stuff in the house. So easy.
I love that.
And then it's just the back of the bed.
It's the back of an old bib.
Y'all keep all y'all
Scorpion's
bills?
bed.
This one I think I kept because I think I kept her first. The one that when she first went to primary and her first JOs, but no, I usually don't. I just take them off and throw them away. But I just keep the significant meets. So that one I think was just laying around.
Meets coming up this season. Any big indoor meets you're going to? Any outdoor meets? What if we're looking at national JOs?
I am trying my hardest to figure out which meet to go to between that new meet that's been announced, the Rising Stars in Boston, or to go to go to AAU. That's my hardest thought because I know AAU and I know the competition there. But I kind of see what Rising Stars is trying to do. So That's my hard one right there. We definitely every year indoor. There's a Northern Indoor National, so we do that one. We do that one
Oh,
every year.
that's the. Oh
Um,
no, that's not February 14th one. Is that's not the
Nope, that's
14th meeting? That's
it's like
another.
December 27th to
Oh,
28th
that's
is
early.
usually at in
Okay.
Chicago. Yeah, that it's a Chicago meet. They have a really nice indoor track there at Gately. It's a really nice track. So I like that meet. As far as the summer, again, not sure about clubs because club is a week. And then if it's kind of like if we do clubs, we shouldn't do JOs because that's
Both
both of those are a
yeah,
week. So and
long.
they kind of really close and they're a week long. So you got two. So those are, two meets. We definitely gonna be looking to try to do Speedy Sto.
That's what's
That
up.
meet, we're gonna try to get out there for that one. So those are the meets that we're really looking into. So yeah.
Oh, cool. But yeah, that's all that I have. Y'all want to add anything? Shout outs to anybody?
Yeah, I'm just finna get real hood. Shout out to the loop. All the athletes that Cadence trains with, run with. Shout out to you all for doing the for starting the Speedy Sto list. Like that was really cool. To be able to see, where they stand. I really like it because it really showcases the lower age group. So really shout out to y'all for putting that together and being on it, and just having the making time to do that because I'm pretty sure that takes a lot of time away. So yeah,
But
shout out
yeah,
to
I
y'all
like
for
to.
doing that.
I swear I did it mainly because of I hate how if you ask people all the time, they be like, these young athletes, they're not going to grow up and they might not make it once they get to college and all that
Oh,
stuff.
I hate that
But
too.
I hate that with a passion. So I want to show
Yeah.
literally this athlete has
Yes.
been running since they've been 6U type thing. And
Yes.
like now I'm gonna have this really like documented of like this is how they've
Exactly.
been running. Like I know for a fact, like I said, I started when I was 10. I know kids who started way younger than me, 7, 8, who was running through college type thing. So
Yep.
I know it's
Yep.
definitely really a case. Your other case there, it'd be like a lot of other things more than just track and field why a kid might stop. But most kids,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yep. Still, yeah, I hate that too. I hate seeing that posted a lot. Well, like, yeah, they fast when they little, but what they gonna
yeah,
do when they get older? I mean, we talking about now. Like they
it's
fast.
hundred
These
percent.
times that they put up, like, her times beat some of the high school kids in our area. So like these times are they legit and they should be
Yeah,
celebrated. I feel like they should be celebrated for that because
exactly.
they working hard now, so why not? Regardless of their age, they are
Hmm.
working hard. So we should showcase this. So I shout out to y'all for doing that. I really enjoy looking at those and kind of seeing where we are. It helps. It's easier on me. I don't have to go searching through athletic.net. I can just go on your page and see where we at.
Yeah, I know. Athletic and math split. That's what my problem was too of trying to put all the data together because they're
Yes.
missing a lot. So
Yep.
yeah.
Shout out to my coach Sierra and to my coach Mike
Yep.
and to 6-7.
She said into 6'7".
I'm done. Hey, shout out to Coach Sierra and Coach Mike for real. Like I definitely see this conversation that y'all have a lot going for. I'll tell you, I'm looking at St. Louis. I'm definitely looking at y'all team for real. Y'all got some great stuff going on. Definitely keep
Shout
it
out to my mom
up.
and my stepdad
Yeah.
and my
Okay.
and my grandpa my stepdad's dad. He trained me too in indoor season. We used to train because he was the second in the adult Olympics in the 800.
He qualified for the 19 what is a long time. I can't remember which Olympics. Was it 1980? 80 Olympic at 84 Olympics in the 800. Daniel, his name is Daniel Futrell, so he qualified for the Olympics. But I think in those years, the United States did not participate. They, I think they didn't go for some reason.
Oh man.
In 1980, they didn't. They opted out. I think something was going on politically, so he qualified for it, but the U.S. did not participate.
Oh
And
man.
also
That had to be
something that's
hard.
crazy is that my stepdad's name is Daniel Futrell, and my little brother, his name is Daniel Futrell too. And her name is similar. Her name is Danny Futrell.
Okay.
So like all these.
Yeah, Danny will have the viewers watching her make a mess. That's what she been doing the whole time, making a mess.
Viewers messy.
Thank you guys. Yeah, I know we definitely will be speaking soon.
Yes, thank you all so much. This was fun.
Thank you.